I want to help you maximize your earnings with Uber Eats. And to do so, I got to give you some of these tips. So the first one on the docket, and this one is essential. I'm talking about a maximized video, whether we're not going to maximize things if we're taking non-tip orders. You hear the expression all the time, no tip, no trip. I'm going to say the exact same thing. If I see a non-tip order, I don't even bother. I will either exit out or let the timer run out for all I care. But if you want to maximize your earnings, the one way you need to do so is by taking orders that provide tips in it. We've all talked about it. Uber does not pay us enough money. They will never pay us enough money. It's our customers that pay us basically our salary, and even though that is sad to say, that is the truth nowadays. So if there's no tip on the order, don't do that trip, because then you will not maximize your earnings. The next tip I have for you to maximize your earnings with Uber Eats is do not go beyond the distance that you need to. If you're getting an order that's for, let's say, $12 and they're saying go 30 kilometers, don't do that. There might be a small tip involved, but you are going to use so much of your gas that it's not going to be worthy of you maximizing your money. You're basically not even going to break even. You're going to go broke before you even make money. Because if you're taking offers that have a tip on it, but essentially they're so far away, you're not going to make any money with Uber Eats. Here's one I kind of learned the hard way for Uber Eats. Watch out for those drive-through orders. We would think that a drive-through is just a quick pickup away, but they're not. And sometimes in the evenings, they're only drive-through orders. So if you're gonna be doing drive-through orders, make sure it's a restaurant that's more convenient for it. Sadly enough, McDonald's, Taco Bell, KFC, their drive-thrus can be pretty long and hefty. So those drive-thrus can actually hurt and penalize your income and not allow you to maximize your money because you're sitting there all day long, and if your car's in park, your engine's not off, you're wasting your gas, you're wasting your money, wasting your time. It's just a huge waste overall. As much as I want to give credit to TripRadar can also hurt you when it comes to maximizing your earnings. A lot of what gets put on TripRadar is leftover garbage. Now, some of the stuff that comes out of TripRadar can help you, but make sure when it comes to TripRadar, it comes back to the last few tips that I just provided to you. If there's no tip, don't take it. If it's beyond the capacity when it comes to driving out, don't take it, because TripRadar can actually hurt your earnings and not help you maximize your income. Now, here's a silly one, but it helps. When it comes to maximizing your earnings, watch how you're touching your screen after you've already accepted an order. Uber loves to throw on stacked on orders, and if you're accidentally playing around on your phone and you're at the restaurant and you're touching things around, you could accidentally accept another double stack order. That is a crappy offer of $2.50. So the whole touch sensitivity is really aggressive when it comes to Uber Eats, and sadly, they're definitely not out there to help us maximize our earnings. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Stop chasing peak pay. If you are getting an incentive offer of 50 cents, $1, or $1.50 more per order during a rush hour, just know that those are the crappy leftover orders that drivers aren't currently taking, and with the influx of current orders that Uber Eats is already getting during those busy times, they are not getting those orders completed. So they're trying to dangle a couple of dollars over your head to make it a better incentive, when realistically, if you decline those peak pay offers when those crappy orders do come in, and accept the good offers that are outside that peak pay little opening window, then you will secure more earnings with Uber Eats. I have done this time and time again. Don't go chasing peak pay, go outside that little bubble on your screen, then you're going to be securing more money and maximizing your earning with Uber Eats. Here's another one I've also said in previous videos before, and that's in between orders, try to secure some shop and pay orders. I understand shop and pay take time. I understand a lot of us, even myself, I don't even like getting my own groceries, let alone somebody else's. But if you are somebody that has a day where you're going to go out for those 8 hours and you need to be out during those 8 hours, you might need to accept some shop and pay orders. Shop and pay orders can really maximize your earnings because sometimes they're well over $20 or even $30 for just one shop and pay order. And if it's those in between hours where you're normally going to get a $7 or $8 order, why not give up a little bit more of your time to get a lot more money by maximizing it with a shop and pay order? Now, this one a lot of drivers talk about, a lot of videos talk about, and it's definitely something I've talked about. You got to get to know your market. If your market is a dead zone, if it is something that does not have good well-being restaurants, you're not going to maximize your earnings. Sometimes you gotta drive above and beyond. Sometimes it's 5 kilometers just to get to your destination. But if you don't know your market, if you don't go around the markets to figure them out, you're not gonna maximize your earnings because there's gonna be way more potential somewhere else. Now, if you have another tip that you wanna give, comment below so that way other people can help each other out when it comes to maximizing their earnings with Uber Eats.